Okay, I think we're on. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gentle Yoga in the Lauer household. I'm Mandy. This is my husband, Nick. He's really happy he's home from work to do this video with me. So, I hope you're in some comfy clothes and haven't quite had lunch yet. And that you've rolled out your yoga mat and you're ready to join us for some gentle yoga for about roughly 30 minutes. So we're going to begin in a seated position. A comfortable seated cross leg is nice. We're not going to be using a lot of props today, but if you have them and you would like to use them to assist you, please feel free. For now, we're going to start by sitting nice and tall. So lifting up through the crown of the head. You can roll the shoulders up, down, and back a couple of times, feeling the shoulder blades descend down the back body, resting your hands comfortably on your thighs. And as you create space between the crown of your head and your sit bones, you want to gently tuck the chin down to lengthen the back of the neck. We're going to close the eyes just for a couple of moments, just to feel the movement of the breath, so that you can come into the space of your practice. You want to feel the breath to begin to lengthen it out and deepen it. And we're tuning into the breath because we're going to sync some of the movement with our breath. Hearing your own breath for about 2 or 3 more rounds. Take a deep inhalation, feeling the top of the chest lift. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders again. If the eyes are closed, gently open the eyes. And we're going to inhale and lift the arms out to the sides. Flip the thumbs back, so you're externally rotating the upper arm. And then you're going to flip the palms face down so your pinkies come forward. And go back and forth a couple of times, just kind of bringing some blood into the chest and the shoulders. And this movement, when the thumbs are back, really helps to lift the top chest, kind of reversing the everyday posture that we have where we round forward. So then we're going to flip the palms face down, and we're going to take the right hand over to the side and extend the left arm straight up. From here, relax the weight of your head and gently play with the movement of your head or your chin to loosen up the neck. Keep breathing so that when you inhale, you can feel the extension through your inner left arm and the fingertips. And we'll go a little deeper by exhaling and taking the arm alongside the ear. You can continue to relax the head, or turn it and gaze past the armpit or the top fingertips, whatever feels good on the neck. With an inhalation, you're going to push off your right hand, pull with your left arm, come back to the center, and we're going to twist to the right. So your left hand comes to your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the ribs up away from the hips. And as you exhale, look a little deeper to your right. Feel the ribs move around the spine. Inhale, look forward. Arms come back out to the sides. And you're going to exhale, take your left hand down, stretch straight up through your right arm, and then feel the neck release as you drop the weight of the skull. Open the neck a little more, moving the chin up and down. With an exhalation, go a little deeper, extending through the side body. And as you reach with the arm, drop a little weight into the opposite hip. So that right hip descends. Inhale, pull yourself up. And now we'll twist to the left. Exhale, grab that knee, look over your back shoulder. Inhale, create space between the crown of the head and the tailbone. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, unwind. And now you're going to walk your hands out in front and start to stretch from your waist. So we're going to look up and walk those fingertips out. And then we're going to walk them over to the right. And notice as you walk over to the right, you want the left hand to wiggle out just a little further than the right. And then pull back through the outer left side of your hip and stretch all along this left side body. You can relax the weight of your head or look up between the thumbs. We're going to walk through the center, and you're reaching with your fingertips over to the left, and this time the right arm is walking out further than the left. When you get in there good, you can feel the stretch even through the armpit and the pectorals, all the way to the outside edge of that right hip. Inhale, walk back to the center, and then we'll walk those hands back to the knees or the hips. All right, coming forward onto all fours, kind of walk the knees back underneath your hips, and then you're going to walk your hands up to the hips, and we're going to extend the right leg out to the side. I'm going to scoot over a little bit. If I block you, come with me. Okay, inhale, extend the arms up overhead. Look up and stretch through the fingertips, and as you exhale, release the hands down. Interlace your fingers behind your back and open the chest, look up. Exhale, lower the chin back to neutral, float the arms out to the sides. Inhale, the palms together in front. Exhale, interlace the fingers, push your palms out. Inhale, extend up through your inner arms. Exhale, like the arms are moving through water, press them down behind you. Interlace those fingers, open the top chest, lengthen the arms. Head comes back to neutral. Exhale, float. Inhale, palms together. Now we're going to open the arms back out to the sides, and you're going to hinge with the right side of your ribs. So you can go back and forth a couple of times, feeling like the ribs are reaching out over that right thigh. Then that hand's going to come down onto the leg, just avoid the knee. Left arm straight up, and breathe. Inhale, get long through that inner left arm. And as you exhale, be strong through your feet, even the top of that back left foot. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. The tailbone is gently pointing towards your left knee, toward the floor, to keep the low back long so you don't dump any weight in that lumbar region of the back. To come up, make sure that back foot is strong, and then inhale, pull yourself back up. Exhale, knee comes back in, hands to the hips, extend your left leg out. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, palms together. And then we'll press the palms out. Rotating the shoulders, lengthen the inner arms and the side chest. Exhale, maybe the opposite thumb is on the top and the back as you open the side chest. Exhale as the arms float to the sides. Inhale, the palms together. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, press them out. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale to the sides. Inhale, palms together. We're going to open the arms wide, and again, hinging from your hip. It's like that thigh bone is coming into the hip socket as you extend the ribs out over that top leg, reaching with the hand, placing it on the shin or the thigh, and then reach up through the top fingertips. here, you can relax the weight of the head like we did earlier, or you can turn the eyes to look up. Back foot is strong, tailbone is lengthening in the direction of the floor. Breathing, and inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the hips, and then we'll walk that knee in. We're going to turn to the side and come into table, taking the hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. And we're going to stretch the right leg straight back, and notice the heel stays in line with the hip, right? And now push down with the top of your left foot, engage your right hand like it's a tiger paw, and extend the left arm alongside the left ear. Inhale, reach a little further, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the elbow and the knee together and round the spine. Inhale and extend. Exhale and round. Inhale, reach one more time. Exhale and round. And now that hand comes down, but the leg extends back, and we're going to cross the right ankle over your left ankle, so it kind of goes at a diagonal behind you, and then we're looking past the heel. So as you look back, gently draw the upper side of your right hip, like the hip bone, in the direction of your right shoulder as you lengthen through the back heel. Feel it? Feel it? Then we'll look down between the thumbs, draw that leg back, and then we're bringing the knee to the nose, round the upper back, create space between the shoulder blades, and then extend the leg out. Exhale, knee down to the floor, open your knees a little wider than hip distance, sit back into child's pose. So resting your hips on your heels and your forehead on your mat, or two fists, backs of the hands, somewhere comfortable to breathe easily. Maybe even taking some belly breaths so that the low back opens when you open the belly and inhale, and the hips descend as the belly comes in and you exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Start to awaken your fingers before you even come to table. Open and spread the fingers, and then enliven the arms. Come back up to table, knees right under the hips. Extend that left leg straight back, right arm alongside the ear. You're pushing into the top of the right foot, tiger paw with the left hand. Exhale, knee and elbow come together. Inhale as you open. Exhale, kind of closing off. One more. Inhale and reach. And now exhale, lower the right hand, but cross the left foot past the right ankle. And you're going to look back past that heel. And you can plant that foot. As you extend through the inner heel, gently draw the left hip bone in the direction of the ribs. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, knee to nose. Create space between the shoulder blades, and then extend the leg back. We'll take the knee down to the floor, open the knees wide. 1 or 2 breaths in child's pose. Inhale, look up, open the fingers, enliven the arms, come up to all fours, tuck your toes, and stretch back through the hips into downward dog. So if your legs are really tight, the backs of your legs, bend your knees so that you can lift the sitting bones up and have more of a straight back. We're going to look up between the hands, and you're going to start to step your right foot up between the hands. Or you can just take one big step, plant the foot, and you're in a runner's lunge. So this front knee is right over the heel. Your hands are framing the foot. I like to use blocks and frame the foot. Come up a little higher, but not today. We're going to inhale, look up with the eyes and reach out with your chest. And exhale, lengthen back through the inner heel. Inhale, reach through the sternum, and exhale, start to straighten the right leg. Inhale, bend the knee right over the heel, look up, and then exhale, straighten the right leg. One more time. Inhale as you lunge, and exhale, straighten the leg. Nice. We're going to walk the hands around to the front of your mat so that your toes point forward and you line them up with your heels. Hands are on the floor. Inhale, look up, stretching the sternum forward, lifting the sit bones toward the sky. Inhale, we're going to look up toward the brow, and then exhale, begin to let the hands fold back or walk back between the feet. That doesn't always happen, so you're just letting the weight of your head kind of dangle, letting the blood flow back through the lungs, through the heart, to the brain, getting the benefits of the inversion. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your right knee and let your hips sink toward the heel. Inhale through the center and exhale to the other side. One more time. Inhale through the center, exhale. Inhale back to the center, exhale to the left. And then we'll come back to the center and we're going to turn the toes around to the other side so your left foot is in the front or the back of your mat, depending on your perspective. Have your knee right over the heel in your runner's lunge. The chest stays open. You could also support yourself with your hands on your thigh if you're not using blocks and can't reach the floor. So we want to keep the chest open so the breath can flow. The eyes look up, and then as you exhale, we start to straighten the left leg. Linking the movement to your breath. Inhale, the knee right over the heel. Exhale, extend back through the thigh. One more. We'll come back to the lunge to plant the hands, and you can wiggle or step that left foot into plank pose. This time having the shoulders over the wrists. We're floating the backs of the knees, lengthening through the inner heels, lengthening the tailbone toward the feet. Back of the neck is long. Lower the knees to the floor. Bend your elbows back toward the hips as the chest comes to the floor. Roll back the shoulders. Look down, and we're going to take the backs of the hands alongside the hips. Inhale, press the belly down into the floor. Lift the legs, lift the chest, arms, and face. Keep breathing. Feel the breath move. And then exhale, lower down. You can rest on your chin, turn your head, rest on your ear. You can always rest on the hands. Now walk the hands so that they're chest level. Walk your legs back together and have them firm. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the forehead, nose, and chin. Then the chest. Elbows are hugging into the body, reaching toward the hip bones. Chest comes through the upper arm bones into cobra. And exhale, come down. Inhale, push yourself back up into table to all fours. Widen the knees and exhale back into child's pose. Inhale, look up, hands open, enliven. We come back to table, tuck the toes. Exhale back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hips high, arms really engaged as you open through the fingertips. Lower back onto the knees. Moving a little bit through cat and cow. We're gonna lift the chest and look up. And as you exhale, round the back. Create space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower the belly, the ribs, lift the chin. Exhale, back into cat back. One more time. And then we'll come back to that flat neutral spine, and we're gonna turn and come into a seated cross leg. So you're just gonna cross the ankles, come back to a seated position, and we're gonna just check in with how the side body feels and the breath before we close the session. So sit nice and tall, feel the space between the floating ribs and the head of your hip bones. Inhale, open your arms out to the sides. Exhale, take your right hand down and stretch through the side body. Just observe the difference between now and the beginning of the session. Inhale through the center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come up. We're going to twist to each side, starting twisting to the right. Take just one breath. Inhale through the center. Exhale around to the left. Inhale, look forward. Arms open to the sides. Exhale, the palms together, front of the heart. We're going to gaze down for 3 breaths. That concludes our gentle yoga for the day. We hope you stay healthy and happy and have a wonderful, happy Friday. Namaste.